No more bad government in Nigeria. Nigeria what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Nigeria what? Yo! No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Nigeria what? No more bad government. Nigeria what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria what media? Voice for the voiceless. Nigeria watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Nigeria watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and he recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Nigeria what you
Good morning to you. Good morning. How are you doing? Is this news true? Akpabio hospitalized.
Yeah, he should be hospitalized. That's very
the Senate president?
I said he should be hospitalized. He's not feeling okay. He's not okay. He's not feeling fine. This is not the first time. I think this should be the third time.
Yeah.
They are rushing him out from the Senate chambers. It was lucky this time around that everything was just in place, so they quickly move him fast. Akpabio is like he's suffering from something very serious illness that has to do with his entire body system. Anemia, if I can pronounce it very correct, is one of them. Pakistan is one of them. So they will not tell you, but you know that Akpabio for some time now has not been mentally accurate. Yes, I don't know. Maybe Natasha's side too is still there. You understand? But in terms of how he runs the Senate, he has not been mentally, accurate in some things. The way he talks and all that. So he should go and get himself. Okay, Tinubu did the same thing. All of them, but everybody they do almost the same thing. So, but it's clear that they left the dying health sector for the poor masses. Yes, because nobody's going to stop them. After all, it's their right to go to anywhere and have the best medical system. And we can still rely in our own abode, go to bush, look for those leaves, and mix them together, all the concoction, and drink. You know, but they cannot drink it. You understand? So any sentence, imagine where somebody is feeling ordinary headache is being flown abroad, while billions of dollars are being allocated to the health sector. At the end of the day, the money disappears. Nothing to show. Even our own medical doctors are running away from Nigeria. So the nurses are running away, everybody is on the run. And if you manage to go for medical attention or medical care, if you're not careful, you lose your life. I can tell you a lot of experience on daily basis. The doctors in Nigeria, they are no longer caring. Everybody is just interested in what you are going to put in your pocket. At the end of the day, they've lost ethics of the profession. That is why you see, bring them back. Where are you going to bring them back? There's no light. Some of them during the operation, NEPA will take light. They will suffer a lot of things before they can on generator. Some of them say at the point the generator don't agree on. By the time you know it, the person don't die.
Is it that we don't have funds?
Mike, these guys are. I don't know how to say about governance. Mike, I don't know what is wrong with these people. Even the one they even try to say, okay, let us try to build it. You will not see any form of maintenance there. They cannot maintain it. They cannot sustain it. Another government will come, they cannot be able to fund it. And before you know, if you go there after 1 year, 2 years, you see grass. Like Nigeria have never tell anybody what is actually the problem with these leaders. They have the private, they have the money, they have private jet, they have all the security in the world, they have all the personnel, they have everything, and they know that's why they're stealing. So that at the certain time, disappear. Anybody can disappear. We saw Buhari when he came into power. We are looking for him for 9 months. Nobody knows where he was. And they moved on as if nothing happened. Then an ordinary woman for you to give birth, in Nigeria, you have to see her. If you're not careful, the doctor will tell you, say, he's going to open your womb so that you pay hundreds of thousands of naira. But who is regulating the health sector?
Or should the president declare state of emergency?
Right, he has to start with the president. Because he has to start. But you lock down the country. Let everybody start from the president himself.
But he can also travel abroad.
If you bring that kind of legislation, lock down until everything begins to work, I think that will make go a long way. Watch the other area where they are saying that anybody that steals money will die by hanging. When you get there, skip it away. You see money, when the bill came, they throw it away. Right. You know what is called health sector? The health sector. With all the budget, yearly budget on daily basis. Doctors are running away, nurses are running away. We have Minister of Health, Abi. We don't have Minister of Health. And look at let me even get the attention. Look at the Nigerian Medical Association report. I mean, Martin Namdekano was doctored by doctors. Look at, like, I think it has become a culture, a tradition, a norm that every Nigerian, no matter how educated you are, you must have that corrupt tendencies as a means of survival. And this is the kind of things our leaders want us to, carry along, understand, even though they will not come out and tell us, but their attitude. You remember where Aisha Buhari said after funding Abuja clinic, there's no paracetamol there.
Yeah, said it.
No paracetamol. In a clinic that took billions and billions and billions and billions.
Ordinary person.
When you go there, there's no paracetamol. And we have a government. You see, that is why I don't know how the Western world they are able to keep their institutions working. Like, I don't know how they're able to keep their institutions working.
Anytime any branch of government is not conscious of effective administration of the law, it rather brings confusion and anarchy. The job of the courts is to interpret the law, not to make it, not to amend it. And their interpretation should be such that brings order in the society and not chaos and anarchy. You have just pointed out that the position of the court is different from what the AGF has said, from what other people, even the friends of Tinubu that condemned the emergency, the position of the court is even different from them. There was a demonstration of lack of understanding of federalism, of rule of law, and of common sense. Because we are operating a democracy, power to the people. So how can a court rule? And they are putting a constitution that I don't know the paragraph and section they cited, that the power should now be in the president to determine who the leaders of the people are. Let me tell you what rule of law says. According to Professor A.V. Dicey, he was the person that made the first authoritative statement on rule of law. And he said rule of law is the absolute predominance of the regular law as opposed to arbitrary power, and excludes the presence or the existence of arbitrariness or prerogative or wide discretionary powers on the part of government. But you have a Supreme Court that is now giving the president wide discretionary powers, not known to the Constitution, not known to the law. Now, I give you the interpretative power of the Supreme Court. A precedent that the Supreme Court laid by themselves.
Mr. Okonkwo, sorry to interrupt you. When you say that the Supreme Court is giving the president
wide discretionary powers.
Wide discretionary powers.
Yes.
What exactly?
As opposed to the rule of law.
What exactly do you mean? Because the state of emergency, the powers to declare a state of emergency is in our Constitution, isn't it?
Nobody is against that.
Yeah.
Nobody is, nobody is interrogating the judgment based on the fact that the Supreme Court said the president has the right to declare the state of emergency. No. What we ask, the issue here is, does the president have the right to remove elected members in the name of declaration of a state of emergency? And my opinion, respectfully, is no. Because one, it is not reflected in the Constitution. Let me tell you what the Supreme Court said in the case of Atiku versus INEC in the 2023 election, where they told you how to interpret the provisions of the Constitution. And I'm talking about 2023, 19 Nigerian Weekly Law Report, part 1917 at page 761. The Supreme Court said when you are interpreting the Constitution, you must adopt a polylitic, not a monolithic approach, where you have to take it holistically and harmoniously, one section relating to the other, in order to ensure that you bring out the intention of the legislature when they are drafting the Constitution. In their interpretation of the section 134, subsection 2b, you know what the Supreme Court said? When they gave judgment in favor of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying that you don't need to score 25% in the FCT, they said the reason is that if the drafters of the Constitution meant that he would do that, they would have created another paragraph, paragraph C, to reflect it. Meaning whatever the Constitution did not provide, you as the court cannot impute it in. So if the drafters of the Constitution meant that you will remove elected representatives, they would have included the paragraph in section 305. That paragraph was not there. Now, the Supreme Court said that the section 305 granted the president extraordinary to use extraordinary measures
to restore normalcy.
First and foremost, that section 305 is telling you the conditions that will make it ripe for the president.
That's condition precedence.
Yes, to declare state of emergency. What is the extraordinary measures? It has been explained in section 45, saying that the president can derogate on some fundamental human rights. If you read section 45, subsection 3, you will see where they said that the period of emergency is as declared by the president. The president doesn't make laws. It is the National Assembly. He simply implements. Now, even the National Assembly that has the right to make laws during period of emergency, in section 11, subsection 4, the proviso to it, he said that this power does not include removing elected governor and deputy governor.
But not that the Supreme Court has ruled otherwise.
Yes, first of all,
I one will bow to this one, isn't it what you people say?
No, you see one thing, I agree that by the realism, legal realism school of thought, whatever the court pronounces as the interpretation of the law becomes the law. But this is not a super precedent. Why am I saying that? First of all, they admitted that giving this judgment out of jurisdiction. In law, whatever you say, when you don't have jurisdiction, is a nullity. So the opinion of the Supreme Court should not be disregarded. What I'm saying, they say they don't have jurisdiction, so they just stated their opinion.
It means, what does that mean then?
It means that what they just stated is opinion, but their opinions still matter in legal issues.
So wait, let me just ask you, from a layman's perspective, if they say they don't have jurisdiction, it means that jurisdiction is key.
Yes, it means that the judgment is a nullity.
But
most consequential constitutional controversies of Nigeria's Fourth Republic has been decisively settled, well, at least for now. For months, the question has lingered at the heart of our democracy: how far can a president go under a state of emergency? Can the president merely deploy security forces, or can he go further, suspend elected officials and take over the reins of a state government? Today, the Supreme Court has spoken. In a 6-1 split decision, the Apex Court upheld the powers of the president under Section 305 of the 1999 Constitution, affirming that where law and order threatens to collapse, Mr. President can deploy what the court described as extraordinary measures, including the temporary suspension of elected officials, provided such actions are for a limited duration. Justice Mohammed Idris delivered the lead judgment, and he held that the Constitution doesn't define or limit the nature of those extraordinary measures, effectively vesting the president with the discretion in emergency situations. But the ruling was not completely unanimous. Justice Obande Ogbonya, in a strong dissent, agreed that the president may declare a state of emergency, but warned that such power cannot extend to suspending governors, deputy governors, or even state legislatures, arguing that doing so undermines democratic mandates. Even more intriguing is how the case got here. The suit was filed by 11 PDP-controlled states at the time, challenging President Tinubu's declaration of emergency rule in Rivers State. But today, many of those states, as you know, have since shifted political alignment, raising fresh questions about law, about politics, and consistency. To help us unpack this on the show today, I'm joined by a lawyer and constitutional analyst, Libros Oshoma. Mr. Oshoma, thank you for joining us on Beyond the Headlines again. I'd like us to begin with the court's very first major finding. You had the justice saying that the plaintiffs failed to establish any cause of action, excuse me, capable of activating the Supreme Court's original jurisdiction. And on that basis, he struck out the suit. Break that down for us. What exactly did these states fail to do in this regard?
Yeah, you see, some of us as observers had observed also when that suit was filed that would be the first hurdle that the PDP governors would have to cross, because the issue of local standing had always been
a germane issue in most of public interest matters such as that. You remember the two previous cases that had gone to court, they also were defeated on the grounds of cause of action, right of action. And public interest matters are usually, determined, one way or the other in such ways. So in this case, what the court is simply saying is, look, you have not established, your rights that had been or would be violated by this action that was taken. And so to that extent, it becomes premature for you now to say that your rights, has been violated, that you need the court protection on same. So remember the one that had gone to court before, the Plateau's governor's case, when the state of emergency was declared in Plateau. What happened was the Attorney General, who also was suspended alongside the executive members that were suspended, approached the Supreme Court. And the court said, no, you cannot. There was a preliminary objection. And the court also ruled that the Attorney General, having been suspended from office, certainly he lacks the locus to come to court, to approach the court as an Attorney General of the Federation. So also, but the difference in that one was that the court, didn't go further beyond that. They didn't rule either way. But this case now, because of practice direction, in some cases, before now, if this matter were to be an appeal, the matter is appealed, and then the court will take the issue of jurisdiction or the issue of local standard, and then now remit. If it is determined that the parties has, the right of action, then they can remit the matter back to the trial court, to conclude whatever business they had done. But in this case, because of amendment in the practice direction, the law now permits a higher court to determine the preliminary issues. After determining the preliminary issues, even if they rule against you, they still go ahead to determine the substantive case one way or the other, because it is a point of law. So that is what the Supreme Court had done in this case.
And that's very, very interesting, Mr. Shuma, because after striking out the suit for want of jurisdiction, this court still went ahead to consider the substantive issues and dismiss the case on the merits. I think that you already threw light to that, because that's where many Nigerians may be confused. That is that standard judicial practice, or was the Apex Court deliberately seeking to give some form of finality to this constitutional question?
No, it is now a standard judicial practice that when, instead of, unnecessary delay, that when such matter comes up, even if the court decides the preliminary motions or applications, the court can still go ahead to decide, even though they had ruled against you, or that the fact that you have no locus. But since it's a matter of law, the court, by practice direction, is still allowed to go into the substantive matter and rule one way or the other. And so that's basically what they have done. And they are completely in order. If previous Supreme Court had, similar latitude, we probably wouldn't have been here today. So the issue of whether the president had the powers or not will not be here. Even though I disagree with the judgment of the Supreme Court, I vehemently disagree with it. But even though others had,
it has happened again, Mr. Shuma. I remember that your light went off in previous interviews. But if you can still hear me, we can cover your image for a minute and continue this conversation. Are you still there, Mr. Shuma?
Yes, we can do that, so that I quickly put on the gen.
All right. So you know that Justice Idris held that Section 305 empowers the president to deploy extraordinary measures, and that the Constitution does not really specify what those measures are. Does this judgment effectively expand presidential powers in that regard, or merely clarify powers that were already implied but contested?
What has happened here is that the judgment, I believe, expanded presidential powers. Because also, if you look at section, if you look at section 188 of the Constitution on how a governor can be removed from office, it did not state in that section that subject to section 305 of the Constitution. It didn't state there that subject to section 305, and that which states that a governor can be removed by virtue of a declaration of a state of emergency because the powers are not explained. I think what the court basically had done is to extend the powers of the president to in a democratic dispensation. And if those powers, the fear is that if those powers falls into the hands of a dictator, then what we are seeing today might not be palatable, because it's still stated, if you look at, if you go down to what do you call it, subsection, if you look at the law and you look at the provisions of section 305 clearly, and then you look at subsection 5 of section 305, it clearly states that, if you permit me to read, because I've always stated this consistently, subsection 4, that the governor of a state may, within the sanction of a resolution supported by a two-thirds majority of the House of Assembly, request the president to issue a proclamation of a state of emergency in the state where there is in existence within the state any of the situations specified in subsection 3, C, D, and E of this section. And such situation does not extend beyond the boundaries of the state. So in this case, are we saying that the governor will invite the president to use extraordinary measures to remove him from office? That's the big question that the court also probably will never answer.
You know
so,
that
because if you look at all of that, the emergency situations, emergency in some cases, even though we agree, it might not be all of the states. So because the court has said that the Constitution did not state clearly, the extraordinary measure that can be used. So if there is an emergency, for example, in Okafor local government, does that mean there is an emergency in the entire state? And if these powers falls in the hands of a dictator, the dictator can decide to say, you know what, there is an emergency. And the Constitution says extraordinary measures. And the Supreme Court has said that since extraordinary measures is not clearly defined, and I can do and undo, and so I hereby declare state of emergency in the entire state and suspend all of the democratic structures in that state. So
I understand that.
That's why powers that are not contemplated within the democratic space.
I understand that the most controversial part of this ruling is the court's affirmation that elected officials may be suspended during a state of emergency, even though it also stated that it has to be temporarily. From a constitutional perspective, I'm sure in the coming days we're going to have conversations like, does suspension amount to removal by another name, or is the distinction legally sound? But I want us to look at the dissenting voice, because it was 6-1. Justice Obande Ogwanya dissented sharply, and for him, he insisted that while emergency powers exist, they shouldn't override democratic mandates. How significant is this dissent, and could it shape future constitutional challenges or reforms despite being in minority?
You remember in 1979, the celebrated case of Shagari and Awolowo, where the majority judgment ruled in favor of 12 to 3rd. And the minority judgment was that clearly there was no clear winner in that election. So one would have expected, and subsequently, the minority judgment later became the majority judgment when the same Supreme Court heard that majority judgment was given in error. So certainly, this, even though you would say that the minority judgment today is the popular judgment, depending on the side you're looking at it from, it will certainly in future shape, a legal discourse and seminars and symposium. And then also it would open a door of a request for an amendment to that section of the Constitution to clearly define these extraordinary measures. so that you don't leave it in abeyance. So, because today it is Tinubu, tomorrow it might be something else, it might be somebody else. And who knows, like they say, you might have a Pharaoh that does not know Joseph. And he will say, well, when it was Tinubu's time, it happened and the court said extraordinary measures. So it will also shape further debate for a constitutional amendment to spell out the extraordinary measures. Just like the Supreme Court had said in Amechi and Omeha's case, that the courts, that the mandate belongs to the party. And that once the candidate is a candidate of the party, if the party wins an election, then the candidate automatically, once it was wrongfully suspended from the after winning the primaries, was wrongfully, substituted, then even if the party wins the election, it becomes the the beneficiary of such election. The National Assembly subsequently amended the Electoral Act to say if you did not participate, despite this judgment, if you did not participate in the entire process, you cannot reap the benefit of an election. So in the same vein, since we have discovered that there is a lacuna according to the Supreme Court today, that there is a lacuna that the definition of extraordinary measures is not stated. And so, since there is no definition, it can mean that a democratically elected government can be sacked just by fiat.
All right.
Even though a community reading of the Constitution did not state so, that would mean that certainly, by virtue of that dissenting judgment, certainly we might need to begin to look for an amendment. But can this National Assembly amend the Constitution that way? That is a topic for another discussion.
We'll discuss if, as we speak, we have in our laws some guardrails that can check the excesses of a future dictator, as you have put it. But let's do that after this break. Stay with us, everyone. Bros Shoma joins me to discuss the Supreme Court position on the state of emergency as declared by President Tinubu in Rivers State. Thank you for staying the course on the program today. This judgment, as you have said, will almost certainly be cited in future emergencies. But precisely what precedent has the Supreme Court now set for future presidents? And just in case we have someone who fits your description of dictatorship, do we have sufficient legal checks to prevent abuse of emergency powers as our law is currently constituted?
I don't think we have enough checks now as presently constituted, because the law is what the court says it is. And before now, why the debate was heightened was the fact that other matters that had gone to court, the one for Plateau, the one for Ekiti, and then subsequently, the fact that the former President Jonathan had an Attorney General who also interpreted the position of the law to say, no, Mr. President, even when you declare state of emergency, you have no power to suspend democratically elected, institutions. During the state of emergency declaration in Yobe, Adamawa, and Borno. So when it happened in Rivers, there was debate. So now the Supreme Court it's like the Supreme Court had made a law. That's why I started by saying the law is what the court says it is. The Supreme Court has made a law to give the president unfettered power by saying that extraordinary measures is not well defined. And so what that means is that extraordinary measures can only be defined by the president. The Supreme Court did not give us what will amount to extraordinary measures. So that would have acted as a check. But
All right, my people, it's good to be back here again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thanks for your time with us today. We don't come again. Today is Tuesday, 16th December 2025. Wow. Yes, the half of the month have been caught. So we have another half to go now. Yes, the year is almost running out. That's life for you, though. Yes, we just need to be grateful to God that we can hear ourselves today. We can talk to ourselves today. Yes, we have every reason to be grateful to God. Please acknowledge my voice. If you can hear me, just say yes, loud and clear. Just put it right down in the comment section. I would really do appreciate that because I don't want to be talking at the end of the day and end up talking to myself. I appreciate you, mother, for Mommy Diaspora, my lovely mother. Thanks for all that you do. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for everything. Thank you, my brother, Abu Azi. Thanks for all that you do. Good evening to you, and thanks for everything. I appreciate every one of you right there. Please help us to press on the like, help us to share. Take our voices far this evening. I'm going to be presenting more videos for you. As you can see that we have two topics, politics and church matter, where one pastor, what they call Pastor Chris, don't go scatter one girl life. And the girl is currently talking non-stop on social media. We're going to be taking on that as well. Thank you very much, my brother Abu Azi, for confirming my voice. Thank you very much, everyone right there. Amaka, Abana, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Good evening to you, Dixon the Agbon. And I still am in the building. Osesmo, my brother, Mr. Alaba, Ferreira. Thank you, my people. Mother Peggy Modi. Good evening, my wonderful people. Mother Eugenia right there with us as well. Kingsley right there with us. Thank you, my wonderful people. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Just press on the like, help us to share. If you can as well, you think what we're doing here, you're encouraged. Also encourage us by pressing on the dollar sign right there. Somebody actually commented yesterday after we already pressed the button of ending the show. You commented that I should post my account number. Unfortunately, I already ended that show, but the intro music were playing. I saw that message, but if you are here today, just ask again. It's not really my thing to be posting my account number and Nigeria Watch account number like that. But if you, upon request, I don't mind. Emmanuel, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Good evening to you. Ade Edobo, good evening to you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Good evening to you. Alara, you right there with us. Thank you. Good evening to every one of you right there. Lucy Eno is right there with us as well. And many others. Wisdom Lucky, many more. I can't mention all names right now. Ariomi right there with us. Regina in the building, and many others. God bless you all. Let's just move on right now. Yes, I'll post a link later for those of you that want to join us, but I'd like us to take this here. This particular matter, this particular girl or lady, I don't know what to call her, if not girl or lady or woman or madam, yes, she was having an affair with the pastor. Now then, the whole wala, pastor now don't enjoy finish. He say, the girl waiting one reason do again. The girl come out. Now, the first question we should be asking is that why will pastor be doing this? This particular pastor, Chris, so I say this man need not trend for negative things well for social media. Am I wrong? I said this name, this particular Chris, so this is a pastor Chris, so now Pastor Chris, I want to call you, but nevertheless, I'd like us to just move on and listen to the videos that we have for you guys here. But before that, listen to her on what she has to say here.
And I won't be in this world again. I know the state of mind I am in right now. That video was May 2023 when I was still dating Doris Okafor. That video is not referring to me. as a matter of fact, I was in the church when Chris made that video. That is not a response from Chris Okafor to me. This matter means so much to me. When you see someone in this situation, don't mock the person. I can wake up, you can wake up tomorrow, you might not see me again in the situation I am in now. This whole thing is, you guys don't know what I've been going through. You might wake up tomorrow and you will see Doris Ogala again in your life. You might wake up tomorrow and I won't be in this world again. I know the state of mind I am in right now. Chris did a lot to me. Chris contracted me to help him and his friends. And what did he pay me back with? He arrested me. He detained me in Abuja. He also arrested me 4 days to my brother's burial. And kept me in the CID with for 2 days. For nothing. I did nothing. Because his friend gave me money and he took the money. And I started asking for the money. He paid me some and got me arrested for defamation. Chris has done a lot of things to me. I am not stable. I am suicidal. I am saying this from the bottom of my heart. It took me a lot to say all this. Everything I have built is on the mold. It's on the ground. But I don't care anymore. This person you're seeing here is... I am being very honest. I am devastated. I am heartbroken.
Which man want marry who nowhere? Which man want to marry you when they know that you have slept with different men? God forbid. I know what I'm saying.
That particular video was very pathetic, but we need to get to the bottom of this whole thing. What led to this and what led to that? Listen to her more.
Pastor Okafor out recently. What led to that call out?
Okay. You remember the time I posted my evacuation video that you came to the house and interviewed me too. Actually, you came to look out for me. I insisted that I need to speak out. You came with your daughter here. So that was the period we were having issue. The truth is, Chris Okafor and I have been dating since 2017. And when I met him, he was single because he said he's been divorced for a while. When I met him, I didn't even know he was a pastor. We met on a walkway at the first CID headquarters, Abuja. So he approached me, and then his bouncers tried to stop me. We entered the car, he collected my number. You know, this can be confirmed by my colleague, Choma Okoye. So that was what happened. And after that, they invited me to his church. He just invited me to an address in Ojodu Bega. It was in the night. So when I got there, it was a big church, and that was a crossover night. They had already closed around 12:01. So one of his pastors received me. Pastor Sylvester was the one who came down to receive me, and I went to his office. You know, he told me he liked me and that he's been divorced, but he has daughters and a son. So he also said he was going to the village, and in summary, he traveled for Christmas. I also traveled for Christmas. Then he invited me to his village. It's Anambra State, but very close to Okigwe. So from Umuahia, I'm drive through Okigwe to his village. So that was how we met. He introduced me to his parents. I stayed over in the house. Then later, when I was leaving, I drove to that place. When I was leaving, he gave me his escort to follow me, because they were driving behind me because of security. It was a bit late when I was leaving this house. So that was it. Then this happened 2017. From then on, we started dating. So
I want to ask,
okay.
what was the relationship like?
It was love.
Are you sure it was love?
Yes. It was love because I would call it love at first sight. Yeah, it was. I'm an adult. I should be able to know what love is. A relationship where you kiss, you make love all the time. He's always missing you. He will call you on the video. He's coming out from the pulpit. He's calling you. He's telling you, Didi, I am sad. You are getting his medical. I used to get what is it called? Medical. What's this that you get? Prescription. I used to get the prescriptions for him to buy drugs. So I will call my doctor.
Use drugs, use medication.
Yes.
I thought they used to pray and everything would go away.
Now I will look for that and send you. Maybe you can post it too, because I have it in it. Yeah, sometimes when he's done preaching in the pulpit, he will tell me that his body is spinning him. I should get the doctor. My doctor will prescribe the drugs he will take for the pain. I will send it to you with his name to enable him buy them. So he will buy it. That's how close we are. How close we were is why I said we are very much in love, is that he doesn't hide many things. Maybe he hides some that I'm not supposed to know. But we have this relationship whereby if he's talking to somebody, he's using the other phone, the earpiece. I'm there listening to him and the person. Some of his church members, he'll be talking to them, I'll be there. So we're that close. We're that close that we'll make video calls, make love in the video and all that. So I tell you that was love for me.
Okay. So what led to the breakup?
Okay. So, when 2018 we dated, then 2017, 2018, 2019, my mom wanted me to get married. I had someone I knew before I met him, which is my ex-husband. So I had left my ex-husband because he was toxic even before I met Dr. Chris. So my ex-husband was all over my...
So Pastor Chris was not the one that made you leave your ex-husband.
He was.
But you said you left him before you met Pastor Chris.
I'd left him as a boyfriend.
Oh.
I met my ex-husband 2012 in Dubai.
Okay.
Yes, so he came and they did introduction. After that, that was when I realized that.
Chris, when you were doing introduction with another man?
2012, I had not met Pastor Chris.
Okay, so you did introduction.
After the introduction, he was the toxic person. I didn't marry him.
Oh, okay.
I broke up, so he relocated to South Africa. We were not even talking. For years, he kept calling. My ex-husband was very obsessed with me. My ex-husband is that person that will give you 200 missed calls. So that wasn't working for me. So I wasn't dating him before I met Pastor Chris. Then when I met Pastor Chris, then my dad died. I met him 2017. That same 2017, my dad died. And it was that same period, 2018, 2019. Then my ex-husband now got into my family.
Now the year waiting this woman they talk so. Say my ex-husband was very toxic and obsessed with me. My ex-husband is the kind of husband that will give me 200 missed calls, and that was not working for me. In case you don't know what that means, it means any woman that complains that her husband is obsessed with her, then she has something to hide. That's just the basic truth. She has something to hide because you should be happy that your husband needs you every second. You get me? You should be happy that your husband needs you at least 100% to be beside him. There's no reason for any man to call you more than 5 missed call. You are not picking. Then you have to allow him to call you for 200 missed call, and you think that is obsession, and you said that was not working for you. We are getting somewhere. We're going to listen to this woman.
Everybody now said, this guy loves you. He wants to marry you. Why don't you give him a chance? So, and then I told my ex that I was not in love with him. So I'm saying this in a live broadcast. My ex is watching, so I shouldn't be lying on him because I still have the chat. Even this thing I'm saying, I still have my chat with my ex-husband on phone and Facebook when I told him I didn't have feelings for him. And he told me if we marry that the feelings will come. So when somebody is that pressured, my mom said, okay, marry. And I told Chris I wanted to get married. Though Chris said I should not marry the guy, that I should wait for him. But eventually...
But why would you are in a relationship with Chris and you are sleeping with Chris? And then you have another person you're in a relationship with, because before you marry, you can't just marry, you'll be sleeping. So at any point where you double dealing the two of them, just...
No, my ex-husband was not in Nigeria.
Okay.
He was communicating with my...
Now, that one I lie, my people. That's a big lie. What happened here was this woman was trying, after she only fell out of love when she met Chris. Yes, this pastor. Then, if she actually have the proof that she told her husband that I'm not in love with you, then that was when she started saying it. I think the way you are calling me, the way you are, monitoring me, I'm tired of this whole thing. In fact, I am not even sure if I'm still in love with you and all that. I'm telling you this. Let her show us the chat. So she started treating her husband like a nobody because she met Pastor Chris. So at that particular time, this woman lied. She was sleeping with her ex-husband and at the same time sleeping with Chris. She was waiting to be sure if Pastor Chris will proclaim more love so that she can finally bury her ex-husband relationship. God. Let's continue.
My parents. Like I said, we knew 2012, 2013, 2014. Then he beat me up and we broke up. But he wasn't giving up. So he kept calling with my parents, but for me, I was already moving on. Do you understand? So
she was already moving on because Chris was already in the picture. So at this particular moment, she don't have no regard or anything for her husband anymore. So this time, her husband must go by fire by force, which the next person to come in now by fire by force is Chris. So if you can hear the other side of the story from the ex-husband, you will be shocked. I wish that the phrase can go extensively to let Nigerians hear from the ex-husband. Una go shock, say the whole matter now will not be about Chris and this woman anymore. It will now be about her ex-husband and her. Yes, she was enjoying the vaga from her husband and this Chris. She was doing both of them at the same time. Now this Chris will come hammer and where because this one now when the preach finish, don't deceive, he gullible followers. Now this one they call say baby medicine. My body they pay me. I thought they preach this morning and all that. So both of them were now aligned with the corruption, with the deceitfulness and all that. Then she now decided to say, my ex-husband, you need to go. Let's continue to hear this confession.
He wasn't in Nigeria, he was in South Africa. Then I now met Dr. Chris. So for me, Dr. Chris was my boyfriend. You can always have a boyfriend and have someone who calls you or disturbs you. Dr. Chris knew the story. I told him about the guy.
You can always have a boyfriend and have somebody who calls you and disturb you. Are you able getting this? Hey, God. And Chris was aware, man of God. Let's hear this confession.
You know, my last relationship before I met him. So when this guy insisted I marry him, he even had to the extent of buying me a car, you know, giving me gifts, giving my family gifts and all that. So my mom said, okay, why don't you consider him, since he said he has changed? You know, so I told Chris, I said, my mom wants me to marry this guy and all that. Chris said I should wait for him, though he wasn't ready as at that time, but I should wait for him. And I said no, because there's a pressure for me to marry and all that. So that was how I married this guy. And the communication between me and Chris ceased a bit. You know, but my marriage was very toxic. I'll tell you for free that if my husband is watching and he knows that I was leaving him every 2 weeks. I'll leave and come back, he'll beat me, I'll come back. It was that bad. So the marriage.
This woman was only leaving her husband every 2 weeks because she was cheating on her husband. In case you don't know, this woman was not cheating on her husband with only Chris, allegedly. I'm going to hold my word very tight until, because I know that the freeze will go extensively to go dig that man out. When I go surprise, waiting the man go talk, when her head go big. Just imagine a wife, a supposed wife, saying, I was leaving my husband every 2 weeks. This woman was enjoying Chris, enjoying her husband, enjoying probably another 1 or 2 men at the same time.
Back and forth, we married 2019, 2022 was, I think 2021 ending, towards November. You know, I was in Abuja, then I visited Chris in Lagos. Then we talked. I told him what I'm going through in the marriage and all that. So he encouraged me and all that. Then I left. My ex now said I should come back. When I got back, my ex told me that he got someone pregnant. I met a young lady in the house with a child. And the girl said that the child belongs to my ex-husband. And I, you know, we had that issue, had that fight. He sent the lady away. But long story short, he got someone pregnant and the person gave birth.
Okay.
So when the lady left, then I was with him that 2021, 2022. He started beating me again to a point that he said he will frustrate me to a point.
At this time, guys, she was already dating Chris. So Chris is aware that she was married and pastor was sleeping with a married woman. Pastor. Then, while she was trying, the husband, according to her, allegedly, the husband was trying to make things work between them. She said I was now with him. Then Chris was on standby. That means this woman, you were sleeping with your husband at the same time. We come back to the question from Daddy Freeze from beginning. You were sleeping with your husband at the same time, sleeping with Chris at the same time. Hey, God. I don't know name why I go call. I bet you gonna give me name for comment section. Who supposed to call this woman?
That I would leave the house myself. So I wasn't happy. And while I was there that January, Chris was always calling me. So,
but Chris liked you so much. How did he allow you to enter another relationship? Don't be angry.
I don't know. I don't know.
Close to him and you were in love like you claim. Why did you go and marry somebody else? That part is the part
that part is the part I also got a bit confused, because the moment I got married, Chris kept on calling me even while I was in marriage. Like I still have the chats where he said I hurt him. You know, it's just that I can't press the chat here. He has the date of this time I'm telling you, where Chris was even saying that I hurt him by going back, because while I was in my marriage, I wasn't happy. And because Chris also has been there, remember Chris is a pastor, right? And this relationship is not public. It's not something that he wants everybody to know. It is between, listen, I'm telling you, Emeka role as my national president. The second time Chris invited me to their village, I went with my national president. If you bring my national president there, he will tell you, I took him there, and we even saw Chris' mother. So listen, I'm saying that at least my national president is a witness. You know, so going forward to this, while I was in marriage, when I was depressed. I said depressed. Someone who her husband beats, my husband will go out, come back in the middle of the night, by 2, 3 a.m. I'll serve him food. I'll go to his pocket. I will see hotel receipts. So it was that bad that he was really beating me. My marriage wasn't a good one, and that I will tell you for free. And I will always find peace talking to Chris, because he was my ex too. I was already married, and Chris also always tell me, I love you.
If you at any time sleep with Pastor Chris while you were still with your husband?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
No, we didn't. I didn't, but he...
My people, you know, see, she lied there. The question was, did you in any way sleep with your husband while you were sleeping with Chris? Then she paused before she said no.
While I was in my husband's house, I'll send you a video on your WhatsApp. Maybe you cannot. At this point, I don't care, and I don't even mind. I'll send you a video. It's a chat from Chris' phone where I was touching my breast. And that was the video he actually circulated to his lawyer. And that is the exactly date I'm talking about now. That was the 2020, either December 2021 or 2022. That's the date on that, because I screenshot it from our chat. You see a video I sent him. The bed I was lying down was my ex-husband's bed. That was my bed. So you'll always tell me to send him video.
You were touching yourself on your ex-husband's bed, and you send the video to Pastor.
Yes.
But that's cheating. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get out.
That's what I'm telling you. I am not proud of what I did. This man that is my ex-husband, I am not in love with him. I did that with Chris. And I'm not telling you, I loved Chris while I was in the marriage. And that is the truth. I'm not proud of saying it. Did I do that? Yes, I did. Was I cheating on my husband by phone call, phone sex with Chris? Yes, I did. But I didn't have physical sex with Chris while I was in marriage.
Do you have evidence of this?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Just imagine. She's saying, oh God, I'm shocked with this, my people. She said, was I cheating on my husband on the phone, doing sexting on the phone or whatever? Yes, I did. Then, what is she saying now? She was not cheating physically. Is that what she's saying? No, my people, what did they happen for here? I'm trying to get this. I'm not getting it. This is a proper confessional.
I will send it to you. I can send it to you. You will see me touching myself. It's a video. It's not even it's a video. I can send it to you. You will look at the date.
It will not be circulated, just for evidence sake.
It's on this phone I'm using to make up. I have sent it to D1 this morning. D1 asked me this question on his page. I don't know D1. I just been saying him, but I saw he asked me that question. He said, how can I be saying I am sending Chris video of touching myself while I was still in marriage? I went to his DM. Okay.
Now, how can we prove that still in the marriage, and how can we prove that this video was sent to Pastor Okafor?
Because his number was showing there. The screen record I'm going to show you, his number is there. It's our chat screen record. It's a screen record I recorded from our chat. And while I was doing the screen record, I played the video from the chat. So you can't doctor it.
If you're going to send it to me in confidence, please don't send it internet, and I'll tell you why. Because if you share his privacy publicly, he can sue you.
I'm not afraid of Chris suing me because I am also suing him already.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I am suing him already. He promised me marriage, and that is the crime in the law. He left me for another woman.
Okay.
I have proof. I have my evidence. You will hear from my lawyer very soon.
Okay. Let's continue.
Yes. So, Chris knew I was married, though I used to be his girlfriend. But Chris was still talking to me while I was in my marriage. My husband knows about this. My husband has seen me chatting Chris severally. So my husband can, if my ex is someone who doesn't like to come on social media, but if you call him to talk about it, he will tell you, he will concur with what I'm saying. He has caught us making loud on the phone severally.
He has caught
while I was with Chris on the phone severally, yes.
Can we invite your husband to this call?
No, he doesn't like internet.
Oh, okay.
He won't even come. If you call him, he won't come.
Okay, continue.
Yeah. So that period was when
your husband caught you.
Before you went on, Daddy Freeze, God bless you, Daddy Freeze. Hold on. This woman just tried to confuse you there. He said, our ex-husband doesn't like internet. If you call him, he not go come. Daddy Freeze, that is not enough for you to rest there. You must try to call that man. Wait till this woman they talk. So if you don't have man, wait, not the face social media, with this, certainly he will like to speak. Maybe he might speak anonymously, not showing his face or whatever, but that man will certainly respond to this. Mona, write it down.
You making out with Chris Okafor. What was his reaction?
He got angry. He got angry, and he got very angry, and he said, I don't allow my husband to touch me. That is why I don't blame my husband that he cheated or he got someone pregnant. I don't blame my husband that he went after any woman. Because I didn't have feelings for him, and I told him, my husband is a bully. He got me to marry him by force. My people that I think my colleague that would tell you this, or that knew my relationship then. My husband will call me 200 times. He called me non-stop for more than since 2014. I left him till he got married. My husband would call me more than 2,000 times on the phone. So he was choking me. He had to get into my family. Everybody insisted I have to marry him. That was how I married him. And before I married my ex-husband, I told him that I didn't love him.
Wow.
So I don't blame. I should, if I can insist that Chris must marry me, or chase Chris, or get heartbroken that Chris got married to someone, then why didn't I cry that my husband got someone pregnant and broke? I'm not hurt. It didn't hurt me that he got someone pregnant. It didn't hurt me that another woman took over my home. That is the truth. So I was not in love with my husband. Unfortunately, it's my truth. While I can count how many times I've had sex with my ex-husband. I didn't. This thing I'm saying is not. I'm not proud to say it, but I will say it. I never allowed him to touch me. You know, when you don't have feelings for someone, when he touched you, you feel irritated. That was what I was feeling with my ex-husband. So, Chris knew this. He took advantage of it because he knew I loved him. I don't know whether the love I had for Chris was hypnosis or real, but I know that I loved Chris. And when my ex-husband beat me up, the last one, Chris said I should carry my bag and leave the house. I should come to him. He bought my ticket.
Where were you staying with your husband? Chris bought your ticket.
When I married my ex-husband, we were living in their village, Obo.
Oh, okay. So he bought your ticket back to Lagos.
Back to Lagos.
Okay. Are you fully divorced from your first husband now?
Yes, we returned. Though my ex-husband did not collect the bride price, but my people dropped it with the girl he got pregnant with. I only did traditional marriage.
So after your ex-husband beat you, Pastor Chris rescued you from him.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to establish.
Don't my friend can tell you this story. When my ex-husband, at the first, you know when my ex-husband beat me up. Let me remind you. If you could remember, there was a time I was supposed to come on your life.
Yes.
Tonto wanted to invite me. Then when I came in, there was chaos. I just entered your life. My ex-husband came and slapped me on the face. Yes, Tonto will tell you. Tonto had to raise alarm because my phone was not going for days. She had to raise alarm to call people because I was talking to her on the phone. After that, your life, he was beating me up. This thing I'm saying, I and Tonto were not cool now, but if you ask her this thing, she will tell you. My marriage was very toxic. And it was that time that Dr. Chris Okafor took me to Lagos.
Now, so we are time stamping now. 2012, you got engaged to your ex. Then you were separated for a while. They eventually got married. Things became toxic. You left him. And Pastor Chris rescued you in Lagos. And then you are now in Lagos. What now happened between you and Pastor Chris from this juncture?
Okay. While I was, when I left, I went to see Dr. Chris. Then I think this one who stayed at Marriott's Hotel, Ikeja. And after that, I then moved. That was when when a case came. It came of a case of baby testimony. One case that one guy, Prof X, was calling Prophet Jeremiah out.
Okay.
One guy was calling Prophet Jeremiah out. So that was when Chris now told me to dabble into the case and find out. He said I should follow up the prophet guy and find out what the guy had on Jeremiah, which I did. But before I got into it, I had to tell them to get my lawyer involved, which they did. They got my lawyer involved. They got the police involved and the EFCC. Now, before I went to EFCC and Interpol, and I wrote statement. They gave me backup to go ahead. And I entered the guy with the name Choma Johnson. It was then I had to start. My mission in the guy's life was to seduce the guy, which I succeeded because every conversation I had with the guy, I was recording it and was giving it to them and Interpol.
So you were seducing another pastor?
No. I was seducing a blogger who was calling Jeremiah out.
Okay.
A blogger in South Africa. Just let me give you an instance, just like you now. You're calling Pastor Jeremiah out. Now they sent me to you without you knowing. We started conversing. Then you end up falling in love with me. Then you trust me. That was what happened between me and Prophets. I eventually found out. In fact, it was in between that. It was that my whatever I got from Prof X that Jeremiah used in winning the case in court. But they had the case of baby testimony that nearly brought his church down. Everybody it's a case of a missing child in his church.
Oh, okay.
So when I went to Prophet, I found out that Prophet was actually trying to blackmail these people. Because Prophet now is in South Africa, he's not a Nigerian. Then when he got closer to me, he now told me, he said he called it street. This is I'm saying I have evidence because every conversation I had with Prophet, I recorded it. If you go to YouTube and check them, I even exposed it at some point. Prophet calls it street. To him, he's teaching me how to run street. He will get information about pastors. Me that is in Nigeria here, I will look for the pastor's number, contact the pastor, then collect money, then come and give him. That was what he wanted to use me for. So, and everything he was telling me, I was recording it. I was sending to Chris and Jeremiah, and they were sending to Interpol to build their case on the guy. So this was what I did. And the case of baby testimony went to court. So most of those evidence I got from Prophet, that was what Jeremiah used in court to exonerate himself from the case.
Okay.
Now, what caused our quarrel? After that, Jeremiah now promised to buy me a car. I still have the chat of that in between me and Chris, where they said, choose any car of your choice. I chose Lexus first. They said it was expensive. Then I now chose Mercedes that was 45 million. Jeremiah said he was going to buy that one for me. Chris now said that he should pay the money to his account. When we, because I didn't have Jeremiah's number, we're always talking on three-way call. So when we finished the call, I asked Chris, why would they pay the money to your account? Chris said that sometime Jeremiah Omoto came to his church and got someone pregnant.
Let's be careful not to call in, because now I don't want us to drag Prophet Jeremiah into this matter. Let it be between you and Pastor Chris.
Okay, fine. But there's no way you will tell this story. There's no way you will tell this story without bringing Jeremiah. I had a chat with Jeremiah yesterday, and I told him, I said, after all I did for you, you allowed Chris to lock me up. There's no way you will tell the story. All the conversations I have, the recording conversations I have.
Prophet Jeremiah saying now?
Sorry?
What is Prophet Jeremiah saying now?
I'm getting to that. Because Jeremiah also tried. Jeremiah was angry with, for the past 2 years, they have not spoken to Chris because of this matter. Or 1 year plus. I'm getting to that.
How this woman goes.
Now, when Jeremiah now...
This woman, if you now go find that her husband finished, this woman managed to destroy the life of that man. The unfortunate part of it is that you still see some women that will defend this woman. Yes, you will still see some women that will defend this kind of woman. Say, she cannot die there now. She cannot. They will not see what she was doing, sleeping around though. It's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate.
Paid them. He said he doesn't want Jeremiah to pay the money to my account because Jeremiah came to his church one time for a program.
Don't say and God, be careful not to drag him inside. You can mention his name, but I don't want you to say Jeremiah did this, Jeremiah did this.
Okay, fine. I'm not going to say, but the truth is, okay, fine. Fine. Because if you leave me, I'm going to say it the way it is. But I wouldn't do that. He said Jeremiah did something. That's why. He doesn't want him to have my number. Okay. Remember, he was still my boyfriend.
Yes.
So I believed him. And Jeremiah paid the money to his account. Now, I still have my chat with him where I asked, where is the money? He started giving me the money. He said, Jeremiah sent 3 million today. Jeremiah sent 1 million today. Jeremiah sent 2 million today. To the tune of 10 million naira. That was what Chris gave me in total. And started bad-mouthing his friend Papa G, which is Pastor Jeremiah, and said his friend did not give him the remaining money. I should not mind him, that he's ungrateful and all that.
Just imagine. You see what she's trying to do now? She's trying to turn the Pastor Chris and Pastor Jeremiah now to become life enemy. For you guys to know that this woman, she's a destroyer. You understand? You want to see where she don't come out from now again now. How Chris was bad-mouthing Jeremiah and all that. Oh, by the way, who be the Jeremiah when they talk so? Now see the Jeremiah who still know that time. When they say everything, they say rock, they say stone. I just want to be sure God. Hey, trouble, man.
And for me, that was all I took. So what I got was 10 million. Then after that, I think a year later or 3 months later, about 6 months later, I wanted to travel. I needed money. So I asked Chris, mind you, let me be honest with you.
Yeah.
Throughout my relationship with Chris Okafor, Chris was not giving me money. I was okay. I was having my own money. It wasn't about money. He has never, in fact, since 2017, since I started dating Chris till 2023, the only money he had given me was 300,000. But the only money I'd ever collected from Chris personally is 300,000.
Wow.
It wasn't about money. I don't know what it was about.
Story. Always remember that we are very fair and balanced. I'm sure you have no problem with Pastor Chris sharing his own side of the story.
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, darling, go ahead.
I don't have a problem with that because we're still going to go to courts.
Okay.
You can't promise me that you will marry me and at the end of the day you're dumping me after all you have been through. No, bro. So what I'm trying to say is, Pastor Chris,
you were saying that you're about to travel. That's where you are.
Yeah. Pastor Chris hasn't given me more than 300,000 throughout my dating with him. I wanted to travel. I asked him for money I asked him for my ticket money, and he asked me how much. I told him 1.8 million. He gave me 300,000. I told him this was not enough, and that's the only money I've collected from him. Then he said that is all he had now. That he borrowed money to build his hotel. He just finished building his hotel. That he took loan from the bank. He didn't have money. So and I said, by the way, your friend Jeremiah is owing me money. Maybe he promised to buy me a car. He only gave me 10 million. He said I should leave that one. But that man, no, they agree. Same the talk from again. I said, okay. So I was so upset. I had to reach out to one guy called Dada Masses. Dada Masses is also a blogger that lives in Germany. But he's Jeremiah's brother. So I reached out to him. Then I opened up to him what I did for those people. And I said, look at what I did for your brother. And he promised me that he was going to buy me a car. He didn't give me a car. He now really gave me, he gave me 10 million naira. So he said, no, that's unfair because I actually helped in ending that case. So he said, let him contact him. When he contacted Prophet Jeremiah said he has paid all the money to Chris Okafor's account. He said, no, that he put me on three-way call. They put me on three-way call. And Jeremiah said he has paid the money. Why will Chris do this to me? That I helped him in this case. He said I should hold on, let them put Chris. They called Chris. Chris said he was in America. Chris started pleading with him. Said, Ebon, I'm sorry that he just finished building his hotel, and he should help him out and give me the money. That when he comes back, he will pay him back. Jeremiah said he doesn't have all that money, but that he can help him with 7 million. That Chris should raise 8 million, and let them pay me 15 million.
No, wait. So all these pastors, upon they thief their followers, they don't get money like that. I be this thing of child's play. I don't understand. Now that Jeremiah that they talk, where they do all these things, now they say no, he don't get money, so not 7 million he get. Why Chris they say get help me pay first? What is happening here? Or this woman they lie on top of their head? I need to understand. Good. No, wait. The Chris was building a hotel. On our way they pay off for that social. Good.
First, then I should forget the rest money. Remember, the money was 45. They gave me 10 million. It was running 35 million. So they wanted to give me 15 million, and I should forget the rest money. I told Prophet Jeremiah no. That because Chris knew I've never asked him for money. First time I'm asking him for money, he gave me only 300,000. And now he held on to this money for months without telling me that he had to give me all the money. So they started pleading, I refused. But the first money they gave me was 15 million naira. Then after that, this thing I'm saying, I have agreement, I have documents to back it up. I will show you where Chris admitted this thing I'm saying to you now. So after that, Jeremiah now, I think Christian asked I should give them 1 month for them to pay me the remaining money. Then after 1 month, I called Chris. Chris blocked me. It was at that point that I called him out on social media, on my page. Then when I called him out, he got, it was that period that my miscarriage video was released because he got Stella Dimokoko involved. I didn't know that him and Stella was friends. At the end of the day, he tried to...
Please, let's try to... He got a blogger. Just say he got a blogger involved. And let's keep it basic. Because you see, let me explain something to you here. When we muddy the water, we bring in too many people. The matter no go can't get ahead again. Because at the end of the day, you have a matter with.
Okay, I take that back. Oh yeah, I take, you know, sorry, I'm like that, but I take that correction and I take that back. It got a blogger involved. Would they try to blackmail me with a video? And that was what made me release the video first on my page. Because the blogger threatened me that he was going to post the video and say I was having an abortion.
I'm going to hear from Stella. I wish you had not mentioned her name in the first place, but since you have, I'm going to hear her side of the story. Because
it's okay. You can hear. I don't mind. Me and Stella were not in good times.
Stella, I've never known Stella to blackmail anybody before. So this is a first time.
I have the chats.
Stella is a friend. You understand?
I said I have the chats. Chris even told my friend Dada Masses that he was going to speculate it to bloggers, my nude body. So it's not something I am hiding to say. I have the chats.
Okay, so
I have the voice note. I want you to bring her. If you ask her, she will agree to come. Once you're done, I will post my conversation with her on my page. She knows I'm good at that.
Now
I also have it recorded.
Hold on, Doris. Doris. Can we tell your story in such a way that we don't make more enemies for you? I understand. There's a reason why I'm saying this. Because at the end of the day, it's no longer about you and Pastor Chris. You have mentioned Prophet Jeremiah. You have mentioned Stella. At the end of the day, it will be all over the place. It will be little fights here and there. Your truth will not see the light of the day.
Okay, you have corrected me.
Let me advise, or you can always do whatever you think works.
No, you have corrected me. Just because you said you were going to, like for me, I wanted to let you know that I was not also afraid that you're going to ask her. But you have corrected me, and I'm not going to mention her name. I'm like that. I'm someone who tells it the way it is. But you've corrected me not to mention people's name, and I won't do that again, except the name is necessary. And like I said, Chris wanted to use that video to blackmail me. Chris said it to me, said it to my other blogger's friend, that he was going to send it out if I don't stop calling him out. He made that threat.
Why are you calling him out?
Because he blocked me. I didn't have access to reach him, and he had my 35 million with him. He paid 15 million, the remaining 20 million.
Okay, what's the status of that money now?
Now, after that video and your interview, he paid me 5 million. After paying me 5 million, his lawyer took me to police. They came and arrested me for defamation. I went to police.
In what way did you defame him?
He said I called him out on my page. I didn't defame him, but he claimed I defamed him. I only asked for my money.
Okay.
Then he reported me to NCCC. They came to my house in Lagos. I was not in. I later went there by myself. I was detained for one night. And I got released. Then I continued asking for my money on my page because I didn't have access to reach him. I called everybody who knew him to tell him to give me my money. Then
go ahead.
I traveled. That was November last year. Then I traveled to Abuja. Then from Abuja, I came down to East December. My brother, when I left Lagos, my brother was hale and hearty. Okay, yeah. What happened is that November was when I went to Abuja to answer the police, and I was detained for one night.
Okay.
Then from Abuja, I traveled to the east. From Abuja, I traveled to the east. So I was not in the east till December, when my brother called me that his leg was paining him. Okay. I thought it was leg pain. And I said, I called my driver to bring him, since I wanted my car down to the east. I called my driver to bring him to the east. Doesn't sound good.
You see, let me explain something here. I know you are angry, and I know you feel violated, and this is genuine reason for you to feel violated. But going forward, as a man, I don't think there's any part of a woman's body in and out that I've not seen.
But you won't send your wife's body to another material man.
Or your girlfriend's body. And the fight is getting to the point where they arrest ourselves with police. We don't know how far we can go.
Daddy Freeze, no, I disagree with you on that. No, with due respect, no. Let me tell you, you have seen every woman's body, but you have not. Maybe now, because you have seen my miscarriage body, that's when you saw my body. But prior before that time, you have not seen Doris' body, and we are all different human beings. So every woman's body is not the same. My breast is standing. There are people their breast is falling. So it's not the same thing. He has no right to send a private video that I gave to him outside.
Now, now they hear this confession, so now then I go know, say this woman get with it till they catch all these pastors.
I agree with that. With that, I agree. Now, for this, what do you want from him?
Now, my own is, that's why I want you to understand that this man has,
to Larry Kings, you are not going to tell us what to do on our platform. Thank you. Continue.
This man pleaded with me to come and defend his friend. This man, his friend gave me money. I want to get to. I'm doing in summary.
Everything together. Let us separate this licking your body. That is a genuine concern. What would you want him to do about that? Okay, you say he leaked it to somebody and somebody sent it to your lawyer. Can you verify where you got it? Is your lawyer willing to come and stand?
It was my lawyer. There is no point. I have everything. I have it. There is no point. He has also admitted to it. We were on a three-way call.
Okay, you are in a three-way call.
I was even on a three-way call where he admitted it. So there is nothing, and I have the recording. So there is no point going whether I have evidence. Everything I say, I have evidence.
Want him to do regarding this incident?
That's why I can't tell you what I want him to do if I don't summarize it and then tell you what I want.
Go ahead and summarize then.
Now, this man, we dated. I helped your friend. Your friend gave me appreciation money. You held on to it. You arrested me. You detained me. My brother died. I was arrested again. You sent out my private video.
Brother passing on. How is that connected? I'm so sorry, but I don't see how you can connect that with it.
I will come back to that so that I don't forget what I want to say. You asked me one question so that I can finish this one. Yes. You asked me, you arrested me, and I came out. You forced me. You paid me back my balance of 15 million. Then forced me on agreement that I did not concord to. My lawyer also advised I should agree and sign. And there was no time you apologized. I confronted you on sending out my naked video. Sue your lawyer. There was no time you told me sorry about that. There was no time you apologized to me about that. No. He never, if after the whole incident, knowing the fact that I went through everything, I was your girlfriend. I wasn't just a girl you picked on the street. This is the person who gives you police. When you have a program, I will call the police, my concrete contacts. I'll write proposal that they will give me police security for you, DSS for you, 20, 30 to cover your program. You won't pay 1 naira. There's somebody who backs you up when you want a lot of challenges, which I don't want to stay on your life. Now, even if we had issues that were reconciled, courtesy demand that, okay, you have offended me. If you didn't see that you offended me in the other one, the fact that you took out my private picture to your lawyer, I deserve an apology. You never did. Now, everything happened since this incident that I lost my brother. I have not even recovered. I buried my brother March this year, and I've not really recovered. I'm still going through the breakup of you. I was in love with this man for years. I'm going through how we broke up, how the matter that scattered us, how the pain and all this thing. The next thing I'm seeing on the internet is that the same man is getting married. For me, it's either Chris. For me, the people are saying I want him to marry me by force. No, it's not about marrying me by force. It's about destroying me. And after destroying me, you're going to marry someone else. There was no apology, nothing, because you feel I'm nothing. Then you want to marry another person. With due respect to him, that's why I said that marriage is either he buy me or both of us remain single. Unless I don't know when they did the marriage. This is not about forcing myself on him. It's about revenge for me.
Okay, now know what they happen for you now. This woman, she's bitter because Chris, one way or the other, participated in she leaving her husband or treating her husband unfairly. Now, husband don't go. Chris don't go. She's now left alone. Now make her say she will revenge by fire by force. When I see life, don't worry, I will take some calls just now. Just with another 5 minutes, they will take it from here.
It's about pain. Sorry, they brought light. Let me change your inverter.
All right. Do you understand what I'm saying? You cannot force somebody.
This is not about marriage, that you feel.
I don't understand, but I want you to. What can we do going forward?
See, I have a lot of respect for you, right?
Yes.
You're someone
I've never met with Okafor before in my life.
I know. You don't even, when I told you the story that year,
yes,
I think that you didn't even know who I was talking about. So I know very well that you don't know him. But what I'm trying to say here is I have a lot of respect for you, and you are one of the people that would tell me, Doris, stop, and I will stop because of the respect and love I have for your person. Prior before now, like I said on my page yesterday, I have already gotten the address of the wedding. They said the wedding.
Okay, finish what you're saying.
They said the wedding is on the 16th and all that. And like whatever it is that has taken over me, the thought on my head is that Doris, get to the venue. Even if DSS are there, move yourself inside there. Just begin fight. Begin quarrel. Just do it. But yesterday I broke down too. Like I've not closed this eyes since 3 days. Ask people around me. I have my colleague Dauda here. I have Diggity down here. My eyes has not closed since 3 days. I have a lot on my head. But I want an open apology. I want a written apology or open apology or any other way he wants to apologize.
Okay, so if you can get an apology from Pastor Chris Okafor,
he has to apologize and he has to be genuine about the apology. Then we'll move on.
Okay.
It's not just say, let me tell her story, then we move from there. And the Chris that I know, let me tell you the Chris that I know. People might think I am crazy. No, it takes you to fight Chris this much to get Chris to listen and have sense. It's somebody I've known for years. I've defended his nonsense. He was just arrested 2 months ago. So I know his excesses and all the things I can't say here. But I won't say it because I see that you don't want me to say it. I can see that you're protecting me because if you leave me,
I want us to move. You see, Doris, I remember there was a time when Mr. Ibu's case was on and you were talking. You are a happy person.
Yeah.
You are a happy person. I don't see that Doris anymore. Now it's like problem. Last time I came to your house till today, problem.
Okay, no problems. I get. Even me, I'm tired of it.
Pastor Chris, she says she wants an apology. Look, you can go to court and win. But do you really want to go through the nuisance factor of having to show up in court? She said this. It might take a year, it might take 2 years, it might take 3 years. The day you're supposed to be attending birthday party, you'll be going to court. The day you are supposed to travel abroad, you'll be going to court. I don't know if what I'm saying is making any sense to you at all. So, Pastor Chris Okafor, I would appeal to you, if it's possible, let us find a neutral ground in which peace can be brought to this situation.
Okay, my question is that I'll stop this video there. My question is that do we still have people that goes to this man's church as of today? So we still get some Nigerians who still they go to this man's church. When he preach, when he pray, and they will say, Amen, Amen. Ha, Nigerians, we have a long way to go, to be honest. We have a long way to go. In case you want to call in, this is the best time for you to call in so that we can take it from here. A link was posted out earlier on. For those of you that want to join the panel, you can come in on time as well. If not, I'm rounding up anytime soon. But somebody who responded to this, I'd like us to listen to this funny video.
A film before. I don't know. Let's be realistic. I never watched any of this woman film before, you understand? We get plenty actors and actors who be say nobody know their film. They own to the constituting users for this internet, you understand? This woman come they cry, say one pastor, the data, Pastor Chris Okafor, you understand? Say the man data, now the man want go marry another woman. Now so she cry with that, madam, I know the pity, as you see me, I know the pity people like you, I know call this like country foul. I know they sympathetic at all. When they be a business with the pastor, you know call us, they go, they sleep with pastor, you understand? The man hand, suck your left breast, suck up. Right now, there's no milk. If you bought Pekin today, no milk for Pekin to suck, you understand? You know, come and conquer for us, so you enjoy the man money, you deceive and they spoil the work of God for the man life, you understand? The man, they're not gonna say this man don't sleep with you finish. You go for altar, carry out the same mat. When carry suck your breast, go to prophesy. I prophesy. You can't come for internet, can they cry? I will not allow you. You will not marry another woman. Madam, he be like hippopotamus as they cry. Come and get away from here. What do you want me to do? Make stop the wedding. Madam, that man go marry, nothing will happen. He go marry. You are not fit for him. You are not the woman for him. You understand? You be a person. If nobody tell me,
okay, let's listen to Mother Deborah first. Mother Deborah, thank you, ma. Good evening to you. Talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Please.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone listening. In fact, this girl, this Doris, when I saw, I think she was just trying to manipulate people emotionally. When she came out and started saying she wants to do this, she wants to do that. She's not, if you, Mr. Elvis, if you know this girl, you remember that time they were talking when a child gone missing in Jeremiah's church. This lady was part of, she has been working with all these charlatans too. She has been working with Jeremiah, working with, I heard that she has even been the one, even making a Renji miracle, for them. She was the one they used. She acted as Trauma Johnson. In fact, if you see the role that she played in that issue, she succeeded in helping Jeremiah to send that crippled girl to jail. So when she came out, it's her karma that is catching up with her. When she come out crying and saying she wants to, me, I don't even have any pity for her, to be honest with you. I think she realized that people remember what she did in the past, all the atrocities that she has committed. And now the same people that she has been working with, when they are giving her money to oppress other people, and now the same people are oppressing her, and she's coming out to ask for sympathy. I hope other young ladies that are doing the same thing that she's doing will learn from her and understand that when you do evil, there's a time it will come back to haunt you. She knows that all these pastors, what they are doing, but she was working with them. She was working with all of them, getting money, and now she's coming out to shed crocodile tears. Even that pastor will not even listen to her. All these things she's saying, and she's just wasting her time. Because after disgracing him, and then you now expect him to come and apologize to you or to come and do what? I think she's just wasting her time. If she knows what is good for her, let her just go and apologize to all the people that she has offended and turn a new leaf. She's not a victim at all. Even her ex-husband is the ex-husband is even her own victim. You know, you see all the things that she's saying. It's just a shame. To me, she's even disgracing herself more by coming out to talk. Because if you know the role, the things that this girl has done in the past, you will not even like to listen to anything that she's saying. Honestly. Especially what she did when that crippled girl lost her child in Jeremiah's church. She basically helped Jeremiah and to make sure that that girl was discredited, to make sure that everything that the girl said, they told it that she was lying. This Doris was the person that they used. You know, Mr. Elvis, you have always said, when you support evil, when it favors you, that same evil will come back. That's exactly what is happening to her. She was supporting them, even though she knew very well that what they are doing is wrong. But because of the money she was getting, and she was friending the pastor Okafor, the Chris Okafor, knowing very well that pastor has been married before he divorced his wife. So she knows all of those things, and she got herself into it. And now she's coming to cry because the evil she once supported is not favoring her. I have no sympathy for her at all. If anything, I think she should just go and ask for forgiveness from all the people that she must have offended. It's her evil that is catching up with her.
All right.
You know.
Thank you.
Even listening to her is so annoying. If you know the role that this girl played, this girl, if you see what she did that time, you won't even want to give her a hearing ears at all. You won't like to hear one thing that she's going to say. So let her just go and hide herself, and if anything, she should go and restitute for all the evils that she's been committing. And my last advice to other young girls that are following her footsteps and want to do the same thing that she's doing, they should understand that it's not going to favor them at the long run. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you very much, Mother Deborah. God bless you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, for me, Mother Deborah, I can carry my memory, go back now, say, this woman, she don't do so many things in the past. But meanwhile, let me take more calls. Good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
My name is Mr. Ernest from Madrid.
Thank you, Mr. Ernest.
My brother.
Yes, sir.
You know, one thing I want to talk about this matter is that you see this girl that is talking. Why this girl is saying all those things is that, you know, this man, Pastor Chris Okafor, he know that that man cannot come out to debunk all those things that she's saying. And if maybe that man now finally come out to say things about this girl, maybe we that is people that is not saying, this man didn't do well, or he do these things to this girl. That time, maybe the same people will not hate this girl also. You understand? So we cannot judge through one side. So before we can judge both of them, so we have to listen. The man have to come out and debunk those things that this lady she's saying. You understand? So that's my opinion about this issue. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Yes, sir. Okay. Let me take this call as well quickly. Okay, thank you very much, sir, for calling in. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talk to us. Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening to other people on the panel. Sir, I just want to ask some question. Yes, sir. Is it possible we can talk about this Dangote and this man matter? No, it's not today.
But I talked about Dangote yesterday now, and I'm not turn up to talk about them.
Sorry.
I already talked yesterday, but nobody joined the panel. But a couple of people called in. Yes. I know, my brother. Yes, we presented yesterday, but we will still reference to it next time. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
Okay, sir. Maybe when the time you reference it, because that matter get go.
It get big killed now.
Right, it weak me. Because what I know about Dangote at level cannot come out and say that kind of without proof. You understand me, sir? They can never come out without proof. That man get proof saying
Dangote not be person where you they carry they talk anyhow now.
Yes, now. Mr. Ben, I week yesterday. The government worker paying $5 billion for school fee. For that country. And the bad thing is that the president not going to do anything. The madam will not do anything, because if you do anything, it will affect the election. That is the problem. Anytime you talk about this, maybe I will come back, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Wale. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. I can see some of you blaming the woman. Make una not forget to talk about this satanic pastor. And also, I talk and say, as of this moment now, some satanic followers will still be following this man. Very unfortunate. Yes, pastor, we no say person don't marry. Could go to sleep with married woman. Mr. Alabo, please talk to us. Good evening to you, sir.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you. Good evening.
Thank you.
I don't know the caller before this one, waiting in the top for the man. So the man come out, he will come debunk the thing. I send you a link on Sunday. It's the same story that the man used to preach. I don't know how we see most of us will mistake pastors. They are human beings like you. It's about individual. Pastors are like politicians. They behave the same way. So it's the character of who you are. If you are a good person and you took that man to say you want to serve God, you will continue. A criminal who will join a pastor and a woman, neither who have urge for sex and become a pastor will not change. So some of us, we have worked closely with some men of God, so we know what happened. So it's not everything people talk. So this kind of thing, they cannot come to deny it or say anything. The fact is there, but I'm disappointed in this woman. That is why you see a lot of Nigeria with a lot of these actresses. Kanayo, keep saying it. That is why you see them, they will buy a house living big life. These are the things that give them money. Politicians will not build road for us, but they will buy houses for these people. So they are instructing our public office holder. They are doing a lot of nonsense things, these people you see. And they don't go end well with them. You can see what she's going through. Well, just check the video I sent to you. You will see the response of her. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Alabo. God bless you, sir. Okay. We have lots of people calling in at this particular time, but I don't want to stay for so long. I will soon run. But still, yes, I'm not saying when it comes to taking calls, it's not too easy for me like that. But nevertheless, I would like us to take maybe 2 more calls, then we'll take it from there. Guys, press on the like button. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Hello,
Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
yes, sir. Good evening. This is Mr. Christopher.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Christopher. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the good work.
Yes, sir.
Now, this pastor and this lady matter, there are so many things that are happening in the body of Christ that if you follow, you will not want to go to church again. Now, this is not the same pastor that just it's not up to a month now, hosted a program that invited the same Pastor Matthew Ashimolo that just woke up one day and said Obi will not get 5%. Yeah, I don't know if you remember.
Oh, is it the same pastor?
It's the same pastor.
Can you imagine?
He even rented Rolls Royce for Matthew Ashimolo. That I think was in Abuja or which of the states that they just hosted a Christian program recently. So it's like all the pastors have their own and they are all literally connected. Now looking at all these things, which of them wants to have the right to talk to government? Because they know these things they do, government already have idea. These are the things government used to hold their neck. So the body of Christ, that is why we Christians are why are pastors not talking? They cannot talk because they have their own dirty skeletons in the cupboard that is literally as dirty as the politician's own or almost as the politician's own. I just pray God helps us because the body of Christ, these pastors are destroying the body of Christ the more. And I pray that I just wish her the best because at the end of the day, whatever she's getting, she also brought it upon herself. Because you know that these people are into this, this man is into this, but when you were enjoying it, you did not talk. Just like the first caller said, they say the evil you celebrate today, when it comes knocking at tomorrow, it will come knocking at your doorstep.
Exactly.
And my wife is just telling me that his first wife, he used to beat his wife before. My wife knows his first wife, Agnes. He used to beat her mercilessly. This same pastor. So many things that are unfolding on this pastor that a lot of the media is just covering. People are just covering. So, sir, I just said, let me put in my voice. Thank you so much for the great work.
God bless you, Mr. Christopher.
Bye, sir.
I appreciate you, sir. Yes, sir.
Bless you too, sir.
Wow. All right. Like I said, one more call left. Only one left. You know, after this one, I'm not going to take call again this evening. Guys, just press on the like. Help us to share. I appreciate every one of you right there. Okay. Somebody was asking a question earlier on. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Unfortunately, I lost you there. Okay, Black Panther, you are calling in. Okay, my brother. Yes. Good evening to you. My brother.
My brother.
Merry Christmas.
I greet you. They said on that time Melu for on outside for Texas.
It's not Melu. Put everything more than 2 Melu. Now the Christmas period today.
Last show. I know. I see say everybody is busy. Yes.
This is going to all these kids now. I don't see they want. They are in trouble.
Not true.
So I thank God for every teacher. And somebody get resources to spend.
Not so.
Now this. Thank you for bringing this topic. Tomorrow I will speak on this topic tomorrow. Very excessively. Because if I speak on this topic, many Christians will hate me, and I don't care because I don't serve them. See, I will say here that it has been very what you normally see on the studio. That what you do tomorrow, you know where I will come meet you. I mean that useless girl. Why not go? She for go die now. I don't know what she is wait for. After participating and even abetting criminality, you are not telling us you want to go and commit suicide. Go ahead because your time has come. But I just want to say thank you for doing everything.
Thank you.
I will speak extensively tomorrow.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Merry Christmas. I appreciate you. Happy Christmas. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Yes. All right. Yes, I understand that. I'm not saying I say the be Christmas period. Now let me the day, even on Christmas Day they come out. New Year Day they come out. I'm just keeping consistency. I know I be now. But tomorrow I'll come out, but I don't know how my time will be. I have a very serious engagement tomorrow, but I don't know how my time will be. But let's see how it goes. I'll come out. It might be early and it might be very late. When I mean late, it might also be the actual time, depending how my schedule go. But I have serious engagement tomorrow. So, but in case anyhow it might be late, then I'll just come out to mark register. Say, yes, I come out. No, I'm not say I don't come out. Yes, there. Just quickly present one or two things, talk up, then I jump out. I appreciate you all right there. Thank you very much, my people. That's all I will have. I want to hear that guy finish just that. Okay, more year I finish before I will call on someone on the panel. Let more year I finish.
Oh, when they be a business with the pastor, call us. They go, they sleep with pastor, you understand? The man hand, suck your left breast, suck him. Right now, there's no milk. If you bought Pekin today, no milk for Pekin to suck, you understand? Come and conquer for us, so you enjoy the man money, you deceive and they spoil the work of God for the man life, you understand? The man, they're not gonna say this man don't sleep with you finish. You go for altar, carry out the same mat. When carry suck your breast, go to prophesy. I prophesy. You can't come for internet, can they cry? You will not marry another woman. Madam, you be like hippopotamus as they cry. Come and get away from here. What do you want me to do? Make stop the wedding. Madam, that man go marry, nothing will happen. He go marry. You are not fit for him. You are not the woman for him. You understand? You be a person. If nobody tell me, see all this on a mumu actress, I don't send now. When I don't live on a life in here, you go come internet, come they find sympathy, madam, bear your cross by yourself, you understand? When they hang or drop for pastor, no. They hang or drop for child of God. God didn't have the tell them, I can see who I call. See where they See, if I like me, I like me. If I like me, I don't like me. I go tell them the truth. I don't call this life country for nobody to feed me, understand? I didn't find anybody to like me. I didn't find any celebrity to follow me. I didn't find any celebrity to fans me. Get away. Indian billionaires talking and you're talking. Get out. Do you know who I am? Damn it, shit, nigga. Now, because I never use British accent for now, because I can't cry the man. Madam, enter house. I love the man marry in peace. See, I'm not saying. Say she declare like hippopotamus.
Somebody should go and tell Crystal Okafor. I will not marry you. Somebody should go and tell Crystal Okafor that he will not marry you, not lie you. Why are you leaving me for? No, forget about saying clouds or no cloud. I'm not slept since yesterday that I have to deactivate myself to think this thing through. Why are you leaving me for now?
Okay, madam. See, Doris Ogala, make us see now. Now, wait, they cry. What do you want Nigerians do for you, understand? But Nigeria, when this man, they carry people offering a tithe, everybody, they pay tithe to this man. See when they spend that money. See, all of them, they pay on a tithe. They pray, Father, Lord, I submit my tithe to you. See, now, Doris Ogala, nyash. Nyash, the man carry the tithe, put to, carry the money, sleep it out, finish. Him, marry another person. Now, you come here. What do you want Nigerians do for you? I made a stop the wedding, madam. Nobody go stop up. The man go ahead. You don't, see, accept your mistake. Give your life to Christ and change. Move forward, you understand? Look for another old man to marry. Once, if you get lucky, any other person marry you, they marry. If not, your life don't scatter, you understand? Easy, scatter them. Nobody scatter them. Nobody disturb us with your chest, you understand? I dedicate this song to you so that you go get sense in Jesus' name. I pray. Amen.
At least Nedowoko is available now, allegedly. God, this country, Nigeria, different funny thing we the here. Yeah, this woman open and talk and say, her breast stand. God. So they do noodles with Chris. So pastor, they do noodles with another woman, married woman. Hey! I mean, we will not go here for this for this country, Nigeria. And this is why the trend now. Nobody's talking about hunger anymore. So what's the need of doing giveaway this Christmas then? No need now. Because this one the trend, then they change now. Eh? These guys, people in Nigeria, they don't care about the suffering they are suffering. No. They don't care. Wow. But meanwhile, my people will need to round up. Let me quickly attend to my panelists. Mr. Alabo, please Talk to us. Good evening to you, sir.
Naja, what? I think say you go play that thing now. You know you had the
Hey,
response when you respond. You talk nonsense on Sunday now. That is why because of that call, I
who
say you don't
responds?
respond. Pastor Chris now.
No,
That
be
was
that one
why I
way to
called him now.
say, okay, I don't see him.
You just check him. You go see him.
You sure say na him respond to? Because you know say people they always carry news will not be real. Because I see this video now video wey don first do tele. Have I seen young girls so? Sure say not be him.
Now
Mr.
respond
Alabo.
when they talk now say because of her character.
I mean they talk so say
Out
you know
toxic.
say sometimes you can't really trust these people like that. Because these bloggers, some of them are very deceptive, you know, trying to deceive people with something that is not aligning with what is happening. I don't do that on my platform. But let's see. Let's listen to just a minute of it and see if it's correlating or corresponding to what is currently happening with them. You know, guys, just hold on. Let me put this on the screen so that we take it from here. Make gonna help me press on the line. They say he respond. Let's see if he actually this response was for this woman. And when was the video? Before I put it on air, please hold on, guys. I was almost going to put on air. Let me check the time this video was. Okay, 7 hours ago. This one another person, Christian Vibes TV. Now you my platform it is Christian Vibes TV. Christian Vibes TV. They have a lot of followers there, but the views is just only 300 people now watch them. Is this anyway? Let me just play. Let me play part of it though.
Many of you have stood for you, fought for you, faced battles on your behalf. What fought you has turned to fight me. And many of you have known things that you do. I covered you. Many of you have problems that will destroy you, destroy your home. Nobody will hear it from me. Why? I defend you to the extent that when there is something that can destroy you, I don't let people hear it. I speak to you in private. There are many of you who know what you do and will still pray for grace to help you. And that grace is what has been helping you. Are you sure you are hearing me? Yes, sir. So let's assume I've been your father for these years. Let's assume that I even make a mistake. If I make a mistake, is it not your duty to fight for me?
All right, this is Dr. Chris Okafor addressing his very own members concerning this lady's accusation.
I cannot say this will not be true.
Too many hypocrites. But when we come to preach the message of God, that is what we focus on. But sometimes we talk when we need to talk. Many of you have stood for you, fought for you, faced battles on your behalf. What fought you has turned to fight me. And many of you have known things that you do. I covered you. Many of you have problems that will destroy you, destroy your home.
Okay, I will stop that video right there. Let me quickly take this call. Mother Deborah, you are calling back. Yes, ma'am. Quickly.
To confirm, the lady herself said that video is an old message that he preached. That is not. It wasn't referring to her.
Exactly.
She said it was an old message. So people should stop. She herself came out and said that message that they were able to sit together when they preached the message.
Okay.
People just brought it to say it's making reference to her. I don't think it's a recent.
They are looking for views. I know. That. Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
A recent one.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
So that we don't pass wrong information.
God bless you, ma'am.
The lady herself has confirmed that that video is not a response to what is going on now. She was still with him when he preached that message.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
man.
you.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you. I know say this our platform. We want to pass fake news here. And that make me fair talk and just now say it is not possible because now those bloggers where they look for views, they lie with everything to gain views. We don't pass that level. Don't do those rubbish. But nevertheless, I appreciate every one of you right there. For those of you still want to call in, no time anymore. So sorry, we'll cross 2 hours. Just want my panelists to speak. Then I end the show. Press on the like, help us share. You can also buy me a coffee if you can. The dollar sign is just right there, blinking at you. Mr. Alabo, talk to us, sir. Good evening to you once again. Mr. Alabo, you are not there?
I'm here, my brother.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
All right, my brother. However, you see this thing like I said earlier. Good evening, my brother, and good evening, everyone on the comment section. Our mommy diaspora. Good evening, Nigerians. All these things you see is about individual. Nobody, because they are pastors, you think they are perfect. No. However, the Jezebel will see a lot of these characters. They are part of the problem in the society. A lot of evil that these people have done, which is living with them and it's going to live after them. The kind of dirty business pastors get involved in and the things they do, it will shock you. Mr. Elvis, if you want to take your time, some time to do an investigative journalism, try to go into churches. You will have a serious enemy more than what you will have in politicians. To dig deep in what is happening in churches and the lifestyle of your pastors, the problem you will get will be more than the way politicians will haunt you. Try it and see, then you will confirm it. The system and the Christendom and the leaders we see in church, they are more dangerous than politicians. Politicians might do you something and think of their reputation of their next election, but pastors will deal with you. They don't care about what will happen. And the next day they will carry Bible and go to church. Some of the pastors, I'm not saying all of them. Just like the judgment we had about River State, which the Supreme Court have given power to the president, that he can impose state of emergency and sack sitting governors. And forgetting that Tinubu will not be there forever. They have forgotten that their children tomorrow might be a governor, that the things they are building and the law they are passing may live with them and live after them. It's the same thing we are seeing today that we are suffering with the Christians and the pastors, the bad eggs in them. Let me give you a little background. I've done build a lot of choirs. I do music. I've directed a lot of choirs. I'm telling you, I have been close to pastors. I've seen something which marveled me. There was one place I don't want to mention. I have been to see a guest who came around and being part of the delegate my car was assigned to use, to take the people to, take the person to hotel to do. And so, when they trust people like you, when you are close, you are the altar thing. That is when they want to have somebody who wants to do deliverance on night, and that person has to come and sleep in that same hotel room. And when I witness that kind of thing, I look at the guest speaker, they invited to come in a conference, they invited to come in a crusade. You having this kind of fun, and the next day, when he was preaching and he calling people out, call all the people, my people, them, me and me be music director now. I did there as the choir master. I just walk out go for keyboard. I will go for keyboard. Anything he was talking, my mind was out of there because I know who he is, what he has done. This kind of person was laying hand on people after enjoying all the night with one fine person that he did deliverance on all through the night. So you see these characters of people, they don't care. Most of these pastors believe, there is this scripture of when you ask God for forgiveness, or we are called, that grace is there, we have that anointing. God will not throw us away because of our sin. We know how to reconcile with God. That is the mentality most of them, they move on. That is why we have this problem in the society. Religion is part of it. So it just for most of you who think some of your pastors are your God. They are the people you look up to. The conversation you cannot have with your husband, you will have with them. You will tell them everything about yourself. The next thing you visit them in the hotel. It happens. A lot of married women sleeping with pastors. This is something that happened. They open up everything. Pastors become a gynecologist to them that does things that they cannot do with their husband. So it's sad in the society. That is why we don't have a voice who is speaking for salvation anymore. They are all about prosperity, things they want to get because they don't even believe in that salvation. They don't even believe that Jesus is coming, but they are just saying it to you. Most of them just tell you what you want to hear for you to bring the money. That is it. They are there for business, not for the work of God, but for the selfish work of themselves. Most of them are victims of this kind of a activity that is happening. Some people will blackmail them, but some of them do it deliberately, intentionally. They have urge for women. Everybody in the choir, if you are beautiful, they want to knock you. They want to do those things. We have a lot of them in the system. So it's really, 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 really sad that we have this kind of characters carrying Bible in the front and behind them what they do in the darkness. My brother, if you see it, you will hate those pastors. You will hate those pastors and you will spit on them when you see them. But sometimes people will shout.
Okay, Mr. Alabo, my brother, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that wonderful submission. I can see some of you were still calling in. My people now here now, I want to end this show now. I know say Christmas is around the corner. Mr. Alabo, I thought you are done.
No. I never finished. Sorry.
You just muted yourself. Okay, go ahead then.
Okay. Sorry about that. So what I was saying is that if you look at the history of this guy, do you know what his ministry, what he does? I know him since 2008, thereabout. Yeah, I've met him. I have played on his program in Civic Center in Port Harcourt. Yeah, I was one of the person there. I think I played piano that day, if not bass guitar. I think, yeah. I also participated in singing, which when he came to Port Harcourt, he does it every year. You know what he targets? Joining women together and men. That is his ministry, what he does. So we know him. So those are the things. So the allegation of this one doing these things. So when it comes, I wasn't surprised about it because I know how many of them who follow, how many ladies who followed after him. So it's so sad. But however, one thing is that the question people were asking, did he promise this guy that he's going to marry? It's another question. The lady is saying, yes, he promised. You are doing this kind of thing, you make vow to a woman under the influence of what I don't know, that you are going to marry. While this person was with the husband, you are still doing all those kind of pornography stuff, and you are doing, sorry for using this language, some kind of these characters you people are doing. And this same person is the one, the next day, he will go to altar, and the followers will be there. As I'm talking to you, gullible followers would stay there. People are more in that church, I'm talking to you. This year, end of year, he does do this. If he has any thing to organize, you will see millions will be there clapping. Yes, daddy, right on, go ahead. Most of them, they are victim of this kind of thing that this girl is complaining about. A lot of them are there. They can't speak out. They can't speak out about the attitude of these pastors. It's really sad. Sometimes we mix this one. We don't know where you want to start. Problem of this one, we are talking about Tinubu selling us to France. We are thinking about what is affecting our country. Next year, we don't know how Nigerians will be. And this kind of issue is coming out now, distracting people all over internet. When we have a serious problem, elephant on our head. Up till today, President Tinubu, they have not implemented 2025 budget. They have not even finished with 2024. So that is really sad that what is happening in our country, and this kind of issue will come, you bring it in public space. Now you are linking everybody, calling names. Before you know, all the social media. It is not the only one they are using for this kind of thing. A lot of girls, they have destroyed some people with this blackmail. You can see her saying every conversation she was recording. So most of you, be careful on some of these things you jump into. A lot of them are agents of darkness. They are agents of evil. They are not ordinary people. They are possessed. So you that you think you have a brighter future, you have good thing you are pursuing, just be careful. Because this kind of people, they are sent out to bring people down. I am not saying what the pastor did is correct or whatever he's doing, but any innocent person out there who might be a victim of this kind of people, you should just be prayerful that God should not bring this kind of characters to you. We have a bigger problem in Nigeria that we think we should talk about and see how God can help us and fix our economy, take away bad leaders, corrupt politicians like corrupt pastors like this, so that we'll have a better Nigeria. It all starts with what? Good character, good people. For us to build a nation, it starts with you. So a bad person,
1
a
minute,
bad
sir.
character, become a pastor, it will be worse. A bad citizen, become a politician, it will be worse. So it's not about because you wear the coat of a pastor means all your character, you have let them go. No, they are still the same person you used to know. It's still that same criminal. It's still that same woman as I used to know. It's just using Bible to cover. So a new Nigeria is possible. We must make that change to start with every one of us by doing the right thing. Thank you, Mr. Nigeria, and God bless you.
Thank you, my dear brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for putting your voice to this. I'm sorry I would have given you more time, but I need to go now. Thank you so much, everyone, right there for your time. Every one of you that called in today, and God bless you now. We all are learning from each other here. It's baffling. It's really, really shocking to know that a pastor can be sleeping with a married woman, while a married woman can make life difficult for her husband just for her personal pleasure. It's very unfortunate. I think we might extensively discuss this again next time when the time is permissible. As you and I know, that particular time now for this period, I don't know where that one go for, because as you know, every day preparation, everyone is just jumping around. Christmas is around the corner and all that. But tomorrow is another day. We're going to be here again, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Continue to support us, encourage us, share our videos, like our videos, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell. In case we are live like this, you can join us to discuss what is affecting you and I. Remember, we are not fighting anybody on this platform. We are only calling out our government to do the right thing. It is our constitutional right to call them out to do the right thing. As you and I know, since Nigeria was created, this country have never worked. If only you want to be honest to yourself. I appreciate every one of you that call in once again. Thank you very much, Mr. Alabo, once again. Thank you, everyone, right there on the comment section. Mother of Omar Diaspora. Thank you very much, my lovely mother. I appreciate you always. Thank you, my brother, Abo Azi. I appreciate you. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you, Bex Max. I appreciate you, Samada Mamen Bright, right there with us. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Mother Peggy Modi, Mother Eugenia, Mother Stella Imaseredo. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all right there. Thank you so much, Kingsley. I appreciate you as well. Took care, Mike. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. God bless you all, my people. I see all of on a comment right there. Shooks Leo, I can see you right there as well. Of Maduka, thank you very much, man. Ijedima, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Frank, Thank you very much. I appreciate you. God bless every one of you right there. And people, allow us to end the show right now. See you guys again. Mother Peggy Modi, thank you very much. I appreciate you right there as well. Guys, I will see you guys again. Fingers crossed tomorrow, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. But like I said, my time tomorrow might be very, 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 very tight. I might come out before 7 or after 7 or exactly 7. So expect me in all these 3 expectations. So, but I don't know, but my time will be very, very tight, but I will still make sure by God's grace to mark the register, say I come out. That's all I'm doing here. I enjoy doing it. Thank you very much for those of you encouraging us to continue to do what we're doing right now. My people, I hear that will draw the curtain. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night and bye for now.
That's right. Yes.